It is my dubious pleasure to present Fuck You Capcom, I mean Resident Evil 6 for the Xbox 360.
We're honestly really late to this party because right now the catchphrase is actually "fuck you, Konami."
Yeah, but before Fuck You Konami, there was Fuck You Capcom for releasing this lukewarm sequel to Resident Evil 5. This is the Mercenaries. I'm going to be doing only one video on Mercenaries. That's why I brought Gerdat along to join me on this, because there's no way in hell I was going to live record something so frustrating as this. The first thing I did was go to my skill settings because they introduced skills in Resident Evil 6. I unlocked Limit Breaker, which I will explain shortly. These are your characters, especially Jake. Jake is Albert Wesker's son, and he's my main tool for getting a max high score in Mercenaries because he's the most capable of all characters.
And Jake, I believe, is what Lewis referred to as a Mr. McFanfic, right?
Possibly. Yeah. They're all fan fictiony at this point. Ada especially because of how you play as her in this game. So once again, we are in Mercenaries. You start off with 2 minutes, and your objective is to kill as many enemies as possible. But wait! What is that in the top left corner of the screen? It's a kill counter! And it goes up to 150! So I actually have a clearly defined objective. I have to kill all 150 enemies. But that's
in
not
2 minutes and 38 seconds.
in 2 minutes and 38 seconds. But you can collect timers from the environments, and you can also get bonus time by killing the enemies. And as of this game, they introduced 2 new options for getting bonus time on enemies. They're counter kills and coup de grace kills. Coup de grace kills unlock 7 seconds of time if executed successfully. Counter kills unlock 10 seconds of time if executed successfully. I don't do counter kills really. I think I did it accidentally once in this run, but anyway, the first thing I do is go around and collect all the timers, completely ignoring anybody who's coming after me, by the way. Because once I get to the next phase of the run, then I actually start fighting people.
Okay. Is Jake pretty much just using a handgun throughout the entire time?
No, as a matter of fact, Jake only uses the handgun against the tougher enemies. Well, I mean, no, let me reiterate that. He uses a lot of bullets on the tougher enemies, but I do need the handgun in order to complete the run successfully with the strategy that I use.
Okay.
Also notice that underneath the 6 green squares, there is a stamina bar that is slowly recharging when I'm not running. Because now stamina is a thing in Resident Evil. This game has a lot of problems, which is also one of the reasons why I only do one Mercenaries level. But I do it to the best of my ability, as we will see, because I almost meet my high score on this level.
Now, is this an actual level that you would go through in the campaign?
Yes, it is. This is, we are in the unspecified region of Edonia in Eastern Europe during a civil war. These guys all speak Serbian, by the way. I have no idea what they say. Okay, so that was a coup de grace execution.
Okay.
Coup de grace executions are some of the most... Oh, jump cut. Coup de grace executions are some of the most convenient to do, which is why I start doing a shitload of them immediately. The strategy is press L and R simultaneously to do a quick shot. A quick shot automatically fires a bullet at an enemy that's closest to you, and it never misses. After you do the quick shot, go through your inventory screen to switch to hand-to-hand combat, which only Jake has access to. It lets you punch. After you punch the enemy who has been quick-shotted, it sends them into a stupid daze animation like that guy's in right now. And while they're in the daze animation, you can do the coup de grace.
Okay. Why does only Jake have access to melee combat? Leon and Ada have both shown that they have melee combat skills.
No, you are right. It is actually very unfortunate that Jake, well, at least no, in the Mercenaries and in the campaign, Jake is the only character who has access to hand-to-hand combat.
That is stupid.
It is very stupid, as a matter of fact.
I mean, Ada spent the majority of her time in RE4 being a melee user.
Well,
I mean, not while you were playing as her, but, you know, while she was on screen with Leon.
Yeah. Well, just to clarify, you do get melee attacks with the other characters. It's just that with hand to hand as a weapon that you can select like a gun, it gives you a lot more melee options. The punch, as you can see, does not consume stamina. That's why it's very. That's the main reason why Jake is overpowered in Mercenaries. I failed to execute a counter. Because punches don't consume stamina, and because the coup de grace kick does consume a bar of stamina in order to use, you will more consistently have coup de grace opportunities while using Jake.
Right. Now, do the other characters get access to the coup de grace system?
Yes, they do. It's just a lot more tedious to use because you have to consume stamina in order to set up the attacks. However, whenever I use a health tablet to refill my health by 1 increment, it also fully restores my stamina. So I do that at some points in order to get a full stamina bar. Because while you have no stamina, you can't do the coup de grace and you can't properly melee attack enemies.
That is a bug.
That is a flyer. These guys are extremely silly when they mutate, I must say, especially these flyers. But be careful though, because when the flyers grab you, you have to do a quick time sequence by rotating the joystick, and if you fail, he kills you.
Okay, so Jake has got access to a reverse backflip kick.
Yes, that's the main weapon to dispatch the flyers because it's a one-hit kill.
Wait, your backflip kick. As a 20-something-year-old, not necessarily trained, a pseudo military super mutant, is an instant kill on flyers.
Yes, that is exactly right.
I thought you said this was a realistic zombie game.
I did not. I said no such thing. There is nothing realistic about what's happening. Except maybe that these humanoids are kind of on the vulnerable side. Which brings me to my next point. The only other 2 levels in Mercenaries have you fight zombies. They never mix humans and zombies in this game for some reason. But I don't like fighting the zombies in I'm letting the clock run out, so enemies will approach me. As I was saying, the zombies are extremely annoying to do coup de grace on, because fucking coup de grace also depend on your position with respect to the enemy. If you're behind... Oh, I got a triple kill. If you're behind the enemy who's in a daze animation, you don't do the coup de grace. You do a normal melee attack and only get 5 seconds of time. It's retarded. I also just unlocked the hidden boss.
Which is?
You will see shortly. So, as you can see, my combo meter currently is at 41 kills in a row.
Mm-hmm.
The method to getting a maximized high score in Resident Evil 6 Mercenaries is to get all 150 kills in a row. It's the only way. Even having a lot of time left on the clock is not as effective as it was in Resident Evil 5 Mercenaries. Which actually I think is a fucking godsend, because that mechanic was stupid. So
I saw a rocket launcher.
That was a rocket launcher. I just killed the guy who fired it. These guys are assholes. They taunt you. These are the first Ganados that actually taunt you as a move.
Wait, are we sure that these are actually still Ganados? Because I thought Ganados was specifically the Mexican term for it.
Well, I use Ganados just to kind of simplify who they are. These guys are not called Ganados. They're called Juavo. Running the clock some more. In 5 they were called Magini. I actually don't know what Juavo means. I'm assuming it's a Serbian word. I almost lost my combo.
But you're at 50, so we're 1/3 done.
We are 1/3 the way done in this very fucking repetitive strategy that I'm using.
Now, have you been able to use a different strategy to get similar results?
Yes. With the other characters, you do have the option of using kicks. You can if you just press right trigger, your character does a kick attack that consumes 1 bar of stamina. That's how your other characters also set up the enemies into coup de grace states. But as I've said before, consuming stamina will slow down your gameplay, basically. Quick shot, punch, and here he comes. I actually hit him.
And if you hit the super mutant with a coup de grace, he actually gets stunned.
Yeah, the coup de grace is not an instant kill. It does a lot of damage, but there are also skills in this game that reduce the melee damage that you do, and coup de grace especially are effective.
That is a pulsating exploder dude. You should not kill him while he's standing next to you.
You're absolutely right. How did you know that he explodes?
Because unlike the other mutants that are around you, yeah, the other mutated zombies that are around you are covered in spikes and armor, whereas he is clearly covered in mostly fleshy encasement bits.
Yes, and those fleshy encasement bits make close quarter combat with them pretty stressful.
Plus, they look very similar to the DMC3 demon Greed. Is it Greed? It's the one that explodes.
It's whatever his name is.
I don't think it's Wrath. I'm pretty sure it's Greed.
I can't say. I've never played the Devil May Cry games that closely. But that is my main method for dispatching the pulsating guys, is to use the use hand-to-hand combat with a power attack.
I kind of like this musical piece.
The music in this part is pretty good. I'd say it's about on par with the Mercenaries music from all the... You know, come to think of it, I've never run into a bad Mercenaries track. All of them from 4 to 6 are pretty good. But as of this melee kill that I'm waiting to execute, I am now halfway done with the run. Yay! Another mechanic that is a fantastic improvement to Mercenaries is that you have 15 seconds to get consecutive kills, not 10.
Yeah, I noticed that. With that specific steroid, you've been running the clock out a lot.
Yeah, well, you have to. It's the only way to guarantee that you're actually surrounded by enemies who you can use to keep the kill counter going. That's also why I'm not using explosives. If I use explosives, then I'm going to run out of targets, and I have to start the run all over again.
Right.
Which is a pain in the ass. This run, actually, I did it fairly fast. It only took me 3 tries, I think. 3 or 4 tries. But I remember this was a bitch to get the first time. It was a bitch. Oh, look, we have a new mutated creature. It's the grasshoppers. I can't stress enough how silly these guys look sometimes. Because even they don't seem to be in full control of what's happening to them. Even
now, do the grasshoppers have an insta-kill like one of the mutants in RE5 had? Because I remember you used to complain quite a bit about the insta-kill grab that one of the RE5 enemies had.
You must be referring to the Reaper.
Yeah, the Reaper.
No, these guys do not function like Reapers.
Okay.
These guys do have a jump attack that, if you're blindsided by it, you will get hit and take a lot of damage. You gotta kind of keep your eyes open for the grasshoppers. But yeah, another point. Oh, yep, there's the jump attack. Another point is that these Juavo have more conscious control of the Plagas than any other of the previous incarnations of the Lost Plagas enemies. Because they are soldiers. They are using these Plagas as weapons in order to kill me. That was a coup de grace that I could have done, but I hit him from behind by mistake. I just don't like that the game insists on position with respect to the enemies just to get the melee kill that you want. You should be able to use the coup de grace back to front because it's already hard enough just setting them up in the state. Especially with the other characters. Especially when fighting zombies. Because the fucking zombies turn around when you put them in the coup de grace state. They don't stay standing in front of you like these guys do. You have to run around the zombie to do the coup de grace. That's why I don't do the zombie levels.
Any reason why they keep whistling at you?
Because they're stupid.
Oh. I would thought it was because they thought that Jake had a nice hat on, but he clearly does not have a nice hat on.
This game excels at pissing me off. It really does. These guys laugh at me. They do egregiously long kill animations for some of the enemies. Like, I have to wait as long as 20 seconds just to restart whatever it was I was doing.
2/3 of the way done.
We are 2/3 of the way done, and we're still doing this fucking strategy.
That was a counter kill, right?
No, that was...
no, that's just an environment kill, my bad.
That was an environment kill, yeah. I don't mind the environment kills as much as the position-based fuck-ups. Because at least the environment kills don't take that long to do.
Yeah.
In a game where you have to kill these guys as fast as possible to do it successfully. These are the shield rushers, or whatever these guys are supposed to be called. They are also very convenient for doing coup de grace on. Because position doesn't matter.
Honestly, that shield looks like it's ripped straight from Prototype 2.
I would not be surprised how many things they ripped off in order to put this game together. Ow. I've been shunted. I wish I knew what these guys were saying, because they sound epic as fuck. And then I shoot them. Are we having fun yet?
Clearly not.
Good. So, pretty soon I have to start luring everybody upstairs in order to finish the run, because you kind of have to watch out for the spawn area, for the places where these guys spawn in order to do the run correctly. Because I'm on the basement right now. The last wave of enemies that spawns all spawn on the top floor. Also note that these, those creatures with the glows and the fucking whatever, the chompers, these guys, they do, when they start running at you like that, they do an extremely annoying, grapple that you can't, I mean, like, it does, let's see, it does like 4 bars of health. It does give you a quick time event to escape damage, but if you fail, then you probably die. But even if you don't, if it hits you, you're probably going to screw up your high score run because it takes so long to execute. I am now slowly walking backwards. That guy almost snuck up on me. We're so close, Gerdat.
So very close.
So very close.
We are 4/5 of the way done.
4/5. I wish I had all the fifths immediately.
So where is this secret boss?
Oh, we already killed him.
Oh.
He was, yeah, he was a shroud of bugs in the shape of a human.
Oh, okay, he was the invisible guy. Okay.
Yeah, it was the invisible guy. It was controlled by a giant bloatfly that's the heart of the enemy. The hidden boss also will exacerbate your high score runs, especially in this level, but this is the only Mercenaries level I do. It's the only Mercenaries level I do because even when I'm using Jake, the humans infinitely are more fun to do high score runs on than the zombies. Zombies, fuck the zombies, seriously. At least as far as this game goes. Campaign zombies are fine. This game, do not fight the zombies. They are stupid.
So your elephant killer actually does pierce through targets. Okay.
Yes, it does.
Paratrooper!
And these guys take really long to spawn, but as soon as I realized that they started spawning, I said, fuck it, I'm gonna start killing everybody else. This is also when I realized how little time I had remaining, because I've been running the clock this whole time. But basically, at this point, you're in the clear, because now the enemies are spawning so fast that you're not gonna have... the level's not gonna dick with you by just making the enemies spawn in such inconvenient locations that you can't kill them in time. Which is probably the main reason why they increased the time you have to get combo kills.
It looks like it takes you about 7 seconds in order to go through and get a full coup de grace kill. Maybe 6.5.
Yeah, and the helicopter pilot keeps retracting his quotes. No, pushing back the ETA. Okay, you ready to go? Here we go. No, okay. Just 7 more. We're so fucking close. But this is the breather portion of the run. If you've made it this far, you've basically done it.
Okay.
Oh, 5 more. Resident Evil 6, everybody.
Available on your local DLC-laden Capcom store.
Yes. Paywalls. And there's 150 in the distance. Here comes the quick shot. You can't escape from me. I got 66% of my total high score at the very last second. 1,174,000 points.
And is Plat the highest you can get?
Yeah, that's a double S. It's a S rank. Yeah.
Okay.
Because the S rank is based on your score. But yeah, provided that you got all the timers, of course, and you got as many coup de grace or counter kills as possible, you get a time bonus. But the combo bonus is essential to finishing the Mercenaries run with the high score. That was Mercenaries in Resident Evil 6, ladies and gentlemen.
It was mostly boring.
Yes. Very boring.